Hi, all washed out, hair dried, and ready for the next stage. So the next stage is regrowth. Okay, I'm going to do stage 2 and stage 3 together. Stage 2 is going to be our regrowth putting on, and stage 3 is going to be the toner, okay, which I'm going to apply just after I put the regrowth on. Right, so to start off with, what I need to be looking at is barrier cream around my hairline. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get a little bit of barrier cream, and I'm just going to put a little bit around the hairline. Okay, what we need to be really careful of when we're doing this, so you might want to clip your hair back. It would be a good idea to clip your hair back. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of barrier cream onto my fingers, and I'm just going to put the smallest amount, okay, just around the hairline, just making sure that I'm not touching any of the hair that I want to colour. Big tide mark coming around your face. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need to be doing is pushing our hair back. I have my colour mixed and ready to go. So there's my colour mixed and ready to go. I've got my PPE again, so here's my gloves. I'll just pop my gloves on, and I'm going to start working around the hairline. That's the first place we're going to go. If you have a tint bowl and a tint brush, that's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, you can pick these up fairly easily. You should be able to pick them up probably from Amazon actually, and get them delivered the next day if that's necessary. So to start off with, what we're going to do is pull all our hair back. So whether you pull it back and clip it might be a good idea. Pull the top bit back. Pop that in a clip, and the first area we're going to do is around the front hairline, trying to avoid my skin as much as possible, but making sure there's enough colour on there to cover the greys, the regrowth that's coming through. So I'm just going to pull the hair back very gently, pull it back just enough just to cover what we need. Don't overload your brush, just put enough on there for what you use. If you overload, you'll end up going everywhere. So gently pull it up, being quite careful for all these little hairs around the side of your ears. I find those are the ones that stand out like a sore thumb if you don't get them. So just be careful. Pulling it up, trying to avoid your ears as much as possible. Getting that regrowth all the way around. A little bit on my ear. Good job I put some barrier cream on there. I'm going to work around the back, just getting all the edges done. Okay, so all the regrowth area. Worked around one side. So now I'm going to come around this side, pulling my hair back, getting all those tiny bits of hair. Around my ears. quite hard to avoid your ears when you're doing it on yourself, actually. Pulling it back, so I'm all the way around my hairline, and hopefully not making too much of a mess around the back of my neck. But the fact I put barrier cream on there should stop that line. Okay. So hairline done, that's fine. Next place we're going to go is right down the centre, as far down as we can reach. Okay, so I'm going to use my comb, I'm going to pull that back and just separate my hair out. Help if I took the clip out first. Back, putting the comb in and just separating it so we've got a nice parting down the middle. Okay, that is the next area that I'm going to do. Handy if you've got someone to help you. If you've got someone that could do this for you, it would really help. I'm actually going to get some help when it comes to the back, because I find that by the time I'm at the back and halfway down, my arms start aching. So I'm going to get somebody to come and help me with that bit. So now I've made my parting, I can hold that side down, and again, just painting up to that parting, all the way back. I'm pulling it down, making sure I've got enough on there, but I'm not overloading it because I'm not putting too much on my brush in one go. And pull down the other side. I'm going to work just to the back of my head, just behind my crown area. Okay. That's given us our first section. The next section I'm going to try and take is I'm going to take from the top of our head to the back of our ear. Okay, so I'm going to keep that comb down and separate off. So I have a section at the back as well. Okay, so if I pull that back, I'm going to use my tint brush and I'm just going to paint that. As neat as I can, trying to keep it just on that root. Okay, so 1, 2, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So I've got 3, 4 sections. Okay, so from here, put it down to the back of my ear. Get that hair out of the way. Not too much on the brush. And I'm just going to paint that. Over the root. Trying to avoid my ear as much as possible. Okay, so first 2 sections we're going to concentrate on is these 2 front sections. Then I'm going to get my Lucy to come and help me do the back. Okay, so with the end of our tint brush, or using a comb, whichever way you find easier, we're going to put the comb in, or the tint brush end, and we're going to pull it back and separate that off. So I've made myself another parting. Okay, by doing that, if I keep hold of that, I can do my next section. Okay, and I'm going to keep on doing this till I get all the way down to the bottom. Okay, don't I look glamorous? Front section done. So now I'm going to call for some help to help me do the back. 2 seconds. Thank you, Lucy. So now my roots are on all the way round. I'm now going to get my toner. Okay, so I'm going to get a toner that is just going to tone this. I'm thinking of going to a nice light coppery type of colour. So I'm going to go and mix my toner. I'll be back shortly.